A band of accused thieves from Pennsylvania likely would have fled West Michigan with tens of thousands of dollars if not for relatively new and controversial facial recognition technology.
Target 8 investigator Ken Kolker has that story all new tonight.
It started here at this Macatawa Bank in Byron Center when an unidentified woman used a doctored passport to withdraw $20,000 from a victim's account. The woman left all the evidence Kent County Sheriff detectives say they needed to get started. An image of her face on a bank surveillance camera. Detectives fed that image into the department's facial recognition program and got a hit on this woman from Pennsylvania. It eventually led sheriff detectives to arrest 4 men and 2 women from Pennsylvania on charges of operating a continuing criminal enterprise.
We in West Michigan have to use the technologies that are available to us in a legal, ethical and appropriate way to make sure we identify these criminals that are targeting our community.
The Kent County Sheriff's Department has used New York-based Clearview AI for 2 years for facial recognition technology, spending $2,500 a year. The Grand Rapids Police Department, on the other hand, says it does not use the technology. Clearview says it has more than 50 billion images on file from social media, news media, police mugshots. It uses artificial intelligence to sort through them.
Sounds to me like it's likely my face is in there and your face is in there, right? Because it comes from social media.
It's part of the, era we're living in right now is that we're being recorded all the time, all over the place.
Clearview says police used the technology to help identify some of the rioters in the January 6, 2021 U.S. Capitol insurrection. Kent County Prosecutor Chris Becker says police locally have used it mostly to identify shoplifters.
It's generally retail fraud, theft crimes where we have, store videos. That's the biggest area we see it in.
But he says it's not without its flaws.
And there's been issues across, in the state and across the country where, facial recognition technology is a tool, but it ain't foolproof.
In Detroit, a pregnant woman filed a federal lawsuit in 2023 claiming police used facial recognition to wrongfully arrest her for carjacking and robbery. The Dutch government fined Clearview nearly $34 million. The company said the fine was illegal and not enforceable. The Kent County Sheriff's Department says it's careful with the technology.
We have strict ethical standards, policies, procedures, retention schedules that make sure that it's only being used based on reasonable suspicion that a crime has occurred and that type of technology is going to help us identify the criminal that may have committed that crime.
It led to a new policy at the prosecutor's office.
The policy says you can't just write a warrant based on facial recognition technology. It's a tool. It's one of the things you can consider, but you're going to need other evidence.
Which, in the case of the Pennsylvania fraud suspects, involved old-fashioned police work.
Without this technology, in this case, what would have happened?
You probably would have reported your crime for identity theft, and there would have been very little we could have done.
The 6 suspects waived their preliminary hearings and were ordered to stand trial in Kent County Circuit Court. In Byron Center, I'm Target 8 investigator Ken Kolker.